Sam noted, Chapter 3 of the consultation paper explained the rationale for two core premises proposed for the development of NPO financial reporting guidance. The first, as we have just discussed, is accrual-based accounting, and the second is the inclusion of non-financial reporting information, which is also known as narrative reporting. Now, narrative reporting is necessary to give context to financial information presented in the financial statements and provide additional information about the organization's projects, programs, and wider activities in order to meet broader stakeholder information needs. And we asked what you see as the main challenges with guidance that includes non-financial information reporting. Now, although we were primarily focused on understanding challenges, there was recognition from many respondents that it was important to include non-financial information reporting within the guidance. These respondents agreed that its inclusion would be beneficial in enabling NPO financial reports to meet the broader needs and expectations of users. Several challenges, though, to developing non-financial information reporting principles were raised by respondents. Many highlighted scope, with a need to think carefully about what to include to ensure comparability and consistency between NPOs, whilst also being relevant and applicable across such a diverse range of entities. One respondent indicated that as there are a number of international initiatives ongoing to develop international non-financial reporting frameworks, timing was a critical consideration. They felt the guidance should leverage from these activities, and that while these frameworks were still being developed, it would be useful to focus on high-level principles initially before developing detailed guidance from them. Given the diversity of NPOs and their activities, other respondents also indicated that a careful balance would need to be struck between prescription and flexibility, with NPOs having the freedom to report in a way that best met their users' needs while ensuring consistency in the application of high-level principles. The reliability and integrity of data that would be utilized for non-financial reporting was also noted, including the extent to which it was auditable or subject to other forms of assurance. Respondents also questioned the extent to which non-financial information reporting would build on or integrate with existing NPO performance reporting to donors and other stakeholders. Now, in addition to issues with regard to principles, a number of more practical issues for NPOs in producing and reporting non-financial information were also raised. Many related to the capacity and capability of NPOs to collect, verify, and report relevant data, with respondents noting it can be significantly more difficult to measure non-financial information. This raises issues in relation to cost, skills, and technical expertise that will need to be taken into consideration as guidance is developed, particularly if entities may also be transitioning to accrual-based accounting at the same time. Several respondents also questioned how the guidance would deal with the issue of subjectivity and ensure that NPOs were able to report in a way that was fair and balanced. This links to the challenge noted above about the extent to which non-financial information is auditable or subject to other forms of assurance. It also raises questions as to whether the inclusion of narrative reporting could detract from improvements to financial information reporting. Now, we note the support for the inclusion of non-financial information reporting and recognise the challenges indicated by respondents. As non-financial information reporting proposals are further developed, we will look to ensure that the guidance includes proportionate requirements that can practically be applied by a wide range of NPOs in many jurisdictions. Respondents to part 1 commenting in this area generally favoured an initial focus on high-level principles for non-financial reporting, rather than the development of a detailed prescriptive framework. This will be taken into consideration when we examine the responses to the alternative presented in part 2.